listen, I know there's stuff the U.S. has to do globally to protect blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to have that debate. But whenever we need a missile or whatever, the debt ceiling finds a way to raise. But whenever someone's like trying to talk about veterans benefits or all those different things, or just the VA in general, it seems to be one of the things that they're always trying to be like, oh, that's a lot of money. And I'm like, well, yeah. And everyone scoffs at a lot of money. And I understand it's a lot of money. However, that's the part of the cost for doing the other thing.
This podcast was brought to you by Outsider. Check us out at www.outsider.com. Outsider is an outdoor lifestyle brand owned and operated by me, retired Navy SEAL Sam Mackey, and my dear friend and former NFL quarterback Jay Cutler. At Outsider, we encourage everyone to get outside and enjoy all that life has to offer. Head over to outsider.com to check out our unique patent-pending drinkware. Outsider's drinkware can be customized with your personal or business logo. Go to outsider.com, upload your logo, and we will send you visual proofs and great wholesale pricing. And don't forget, get outside and enjoy all that life has to offer. All right, everyone, welcome back to the next episode of the Take It Outside podcast, where we talk all things outdoors and just getting outside in general where life happens. I'm your host, Sam Mackey. My co-host, Smokin' Jay Cutler, cannot be here today. He is in Africa hunting. But we have our first repeat offender on the show today from Memphis, Tennessee.
Yep.
Zachary Bell.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on here. Thank you so much for bringing me back. I appreciate it. I just wanted to say that, you know, since Jay left, I'm glad that I've now taken his ownership in Outsider. Get outside, be an outsider. Go to outsider.com.
Let's hear it. What else you got?
Yeah, you know, he you know, when Jay's away, Zach will play.
Oh, that's what they say. Anyway.
Yeah, when Jay's away, Zach will play. No, it's good to be here. I love you. It's you might be the tallest Navy SEAL I know. Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
there are not tall Navy SEAls.
I'm definitely boat crew 1. Right? But
dude, there are not tall Navy SEAls at all. Are you?
No, I mean I'm a tall guy. Yeah, for sure. Taller than
on
most.
the teams.
But I have multiple friends that are taller than me.
Really?
Yeah.
On the teams?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm taller than
We're just a
Eddie.
superior being, I suppose.
I guess. I don't know. I figured they would have
but most guys are like, I would say your average 6 foot, 180, 5'9", 165, somewhere right in there.
Sweet spot. Some would say 5'7", 170.
No one fucking said that.
They say that all the time. They say that all the time. I've been told that so many times. No, dude, I'm excited to be here. I love being outside. I love being an outsider.
Good.
I do. I love it. I'm telling you, the shirt, it's my favorite shirt to wear.
The bear shirt?
The bear shirt.
Yeah.
I love it.
The Three Wolves shirt was the inspiration for that.
Yeah, the Three Wolves. Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I've been looking
Some would
for
say
them.
the Tri-Wolves.
Dude, I've been looking for them. So there's a place in town. It's at the factory.
You've been looking for a Tri-Wolf shirt?
Yes. So
You should try this website called Amazon.
No, but I want the vintage one.
Oh.
So there's a place in the factory. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a...
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking
Yep.
about?
Mm-hmm.
I get like the most random shirts there all the time, and I just love it. My wife is like, why are you buying this? But I just want to do it. Like I got a Superman shirt from like 2003. When
Of course you did.
It's
you
awesome.
You used to wear Superman shirts all the time. I bet.
No, it's him. It's when Superman, the comics, sponsored Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Oh, now we're talking.
Now we're talking. So it's a Dale Earnhardt Jr. shirt with Superman on it that I wore to Superman last night.
All right.
Yeah.
Superman has a new movie out.
And there's a new movie out.
What's it called? I mean, obviously Superman, but it's like
Superman.
Is it like Returns or?
Well, it's
is it
like
a prequel? Is it a?
It's like they're starting up that whole universe.
Okay.
Like they're restarting the DC world.
I can't put it all together. Like I've watched a couple Wolverine movies. I've watched some other shit with the red guy. That's
The red guy?
You know what I'm talking about. He has a real naughty mouth. Kills a lot of people.
Deadpool.
That's it.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. No, that's probably one of the Wolverine Deadpools and awesome, Deadpool Wolverine's awesome movie. I like it. It's just for me, it's just like someone used to read comic books growing up, it's like pretty cool to see a lot of stuff come to life.
I never got into comic books, let alone reading itself. I think my last book I read was White Fang.
Who could have guessed?
No.
You're like, that guy's outside, done. And you just shut it. You're just like, that'll be me.
Yeah.
But no, I like different stuff. I don't know. I like your shirts because like I had to do this purge recently of like my clothes.
Yeah.
Like I went through my closet and I was like, I have like a lot of like gun shirts. Mm-hmm. And it's just all like, it's a little too much, Does that make sense?
It does. My shirts, my daily shirts, I would say, are all from either Outsider, Montana Knife Company, Sornex, and friends that own brands, right? Yeah. And because you send each other shirts and or you buy one online to support them or something of that nature.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I'm gonna say my going out shirts or my nicer shirts, the ones that weren't given to me, my wife bought. I don't think I bought an article of clothing in the store in a long, long time.
No, I haven't. I can't think of the last time I bought.
Oh, you know what I do like? You know what she's been buying me? What? The Lululemon collared shirts.
Okay, we can talk about that. Yeah.
I mean, that's a comfortable shirt.
It is a comfortable shirt.
I sweat, right? And
oh yeah, you're talking to a sweater.
And they don't show sweat.
I'm dude.
And that's why my wardrobe is mainly black because I feel comfortable that I'm not going to sweat through the shirt.
Yes.
Right? But with these Lululemons, it's a game changer. Right? And I got myself about 4 or 5 pairs of shorts too. I mean, I'm about to go get a fucking tennis racket.
Dude, I used to hate on them so much. Maybe it's because they take all my money. But I got a few items from there. The wife's been slowly conditioning me as well. Mm-hmm. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Can't complain. I need to get some more collared shirts. I have like 4 collared shirts. Nothing fits me from when I was like in corporate world. I was bigger. I was just like more unhealthy, but like it just doesn't fit me anymore. And because I just wasn't that happy in corporate America, if you can believe it.
I can believe that.
I just wasn't like living the best.
So there's a golf company. It's called Goodroll.
Okay.
They have shirts. It's a very interesting shirt. I got 2 of them this week. I'm going to call it a collarless shirt, but it has a little like extra inch right here as if it is a collar.
Okay.
Very well made, very comfortable.
Just enough to get you into the country club.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, is that a collar? Well, it's not a collar. It's not your average collar, so I can't say no.
Yeah.
So come on in.
It is, yeah. Come on in. Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. Be an outsider.
Nice little floral print on it. Like it's a great shirt.
What's weird, I've been thinking about this a lot lately too, is like what's weird is that when you do the stuff that like all of us do now, there's not really a lot of rules. Like there's no real like.
You mean job wise?
Well, the job. I think in this type of world it can be, for me, it's the addiction because you can do anything. I started like 3 businesses with that phone.
Yeah.
So that's the real problem I have sometimes is putting it down. But like there's no. It's not there are guardrails. There's like no. You should do this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and so like
in a way, but drive it home. You need to drive this point home because I'm getting a little lost.
Well, so like I was thinking the other day, like I was going to this meeting. It was a few weeks ago, and it was like a big meeting, and I literally just showed up the way I'm dressed in now, and I was like, I don't know if that was appropriate. Like halfway through it, and I was like, no, never mind. I make my living online. That was okay.
Yeah.
But like, it kind of feels like you're literally outside of everything else. Like I've been thinking a lot about this because like you don't really have, you have people you work with, but like there's no real contemporaries unless you go look for them. Like, like we met each other. So like you're a friend and like, you're also someone I can bounce ideas off of and vice versa. But like, unless you find those people, you're just like winging it.
Yep.
I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, there's no real guidebook for if you want to be in the Navy SEALs for 20 years and then you want to start like an outdoor brand and then what that looks like and like how you want to grow it and things like that.
No, I mean, obviously there's not a guide, but no one's, to my knowledge, no one's, retired and started an outdoor
There's
brand.
Not. I looked into it.
And I know guys are like some fishing guides and things of that nature. there's no playbook, but you just apply principles.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't have the method, but it has what worked for you. Like, okay, what's worked for me is like your reputation is everything. Like, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. And, that will give you a good foundation. Then you work hard and you treat people right. If people work for you, exercise servant leadership and take care of your people better than you take care of yourself. And you are the last one that benefits from anything. So, it goes organization, people, yourself, and I just apply those basic principles, and it can be fluid to any organization, right? No matter what you're starting.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Well, no, it's just a thought I have because, like, I've been doing this for a while now, 5 years, and I'm like, okay, I think I've figured some things out, but then, like, things change a little bit. And so it's just, I don't know. It's just, I've been thinking a lot about like the next 10 years.
Here's the secret.
Go ahead.
No one has it figured out.
Okay, thank you.
Everyone is just figuring it the fuck out as they go.
Yeah.
Right. Because let's just say, this guy is an experienced CEO, right? His company's worth $50 million. Okay.
Today.
And then he goes and has a good year. Now his company's worth $100 million. Now it's a whole new set of problems. Now he wants to go, public, right? That's a whole new set of problems once you're public. So that guy, he's to everyone else's, in everyone else's lens, he has it figured out, but he's actively figuring it the fuck out every day.
Yeah.
Hopefully this guy has, some good mentors it could bounce ideas off of, business ideas, and hopefully, checks and balances like, hey, you don't want to try that. I've tried that before and it didn't work. You should try it this way, X, Y, and Z. But everyone's just figuring it out, man.
Everyone's just figuring it out. Do you have a number in your head or like a goal that you'll hit and you'll be like, that's when I retire? I do.
No.
I mean, like if I were to hit this number, like I'll break my phone.
What's your number?
25.
25 million. It's a great number. How did you come up with that number? Because that's
just this. It feels like a neat number to me, but like it feels like enough to like
easy there, devil dog.
Yeah. 5 times 5. Yeah. Is really what it is. But I feel like that's enough money where like you could live off the interest and all that stuff forever.
Interest about what, like 1.2 a year?
I think.
Yep.
And like you could just do whatever you wanted. Yeah. Like I wouldn't wear shirts anymore in any scenario. No matter, be like, what happened to Zach? Be like, he got paid. He doesn't wear shirts anymore. Like I would be like Bill Murray. Do you know how the Bill Murray stories? Have you heard them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've heard them.
Like he shows up at a bachelorette party. For anyone who doesn't know, like one of my favorite ones is like, he'll like be in Charleston.
Yeah.
He'll walk into like a frat party and then he'll just like leave. Or like there was one where somebody was at a restaurant eating a burger and he walked up to him, took their French fry and he goes, no one will ever believe you. And he just like walked away. Yeah. So like that stuff's like just hilarious. Just cause like he's doing it just for them.
Yeah.
But I also heard like he has a lawyer, that's the only person who works for him, and a voicemail. So if you want to talk to him, you got to call the voicemail. And if the lawyer reviews the stuff and likes whatever the voicemail is, then he'll like put it in front of him. But that's the only way to get a hold of him.
I like talking to people too much. Like,
Well, no, I mean, for like
I like
business.
having friends. Oh, gotcha.
For business stuff.
Okay.
Like that's the only like professional path towards him.
Okay.
Like he has like a phone, he said on a podcast for like texting his kids and stuff, but like that's it. And obviously friends. But like if you want to talk to him about work, that's the path. And I'm like, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it?
That's it. That's not the route I would take.
What would you do? You can do whatever you want.
I would put another goal out in front of me and start another company and go after it. Probably
started it.
Do it a different way.
Yeah. What would you do if you had all that money?
Yeah, 25 mils on the table.
I'd try to turn it into 100.
Oh, I mean, you, Zachary. Like, what are you gonna do? You said you just want to like throw your phone away and stop working.
Oh, dude, I would buy a house with some property. I'd have a pond, some 4-wheelers, some horses, and I would make it. And I would give my daughters land to the right and left of me and a free house. And then it would be like the grandparent estate. And I'd be like, you can live here for free. You just got to let the kids out back and let them run over to the big house.
Yeah.
And then that would be it. Like, I'm retiring. I'm probably only investing in overalls at that point.
A lot of fishing.
A lot of fishing, dude. A lot of fishing.
You know,
I'll start a company called realoutsider.com. And then I'll only do stuff outside regardless of how bad the audio and video looks. Like, the sun's in and I'm like, we're really outside.
I'm going to buy every URL with the word outsider in it.
You should. You should. Have you done that? I had to buy a bunch of URLs recently.
I bought a few.
Yeah, like it's... Yeah, I started a new podcast called The Underwhelming Podcast with the Fat Electrician.
All right.
That's his name.
Okay.
That's how he refers to himself.
All right.
Army, National Guard vet.
Is he an electrician?
He was a journeyman. Wait, no. Is the journeyman the highest level?
No.
Or master?
I said no so confidently. I think.
Yeah. I was like, you got electrician?
Like a lineman
Jamie,
or
will you
something.
look that up? What's the highest level of electrician, please?
Checking.
What's his name?
Ben.
Sorry.
You can call me Jamie.
All right, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. Whatever this, I don't.
Yeah.
He was a step down. Like you have to do it for a certain amount of time before you like test out to the next thing. Anyways,
Yeah, it's master.
master. Okay, so he's a journeyman. Got hurt on the job. Got hurt. Started making videos on TikTok. Turned that to a very successful YouTube page.
Nice.
And then he's part of the Unsubscribe podcast. And then he's like, you want to start another one? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I can't remember where I was going with that. Oh, but we had to buy like the most amount of URLs.
Oh.
Just like all the stuff associated with it. Because he's like, yeah, dude, he has like 100 or so URLs just on like maybe the main idea is one and then there's like 10 variations of it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. Apparently people make money doing that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Someone has offered me money for mine.
Really?
Yeah.
How much?
I think it was like 20 grand.
Why? Why would you give that up?
There's no way.
Yeah. 20
Might
grand?
offer me $1.
Yeah. $5.
Yeah, I'm going to give you $7.
Yeah, no, it's just, I don't know. I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast.
So you have the
After
Underwhelming
Yeah.
podcast. You have the After Action podcast.
Yes.
And you've been on the road quite a bit lately. What have you been doing on the road? What have you been up to? Besides shaving freshly every morning. Good grief, look at that. That is impressive.
You got a jaw like this. You don't want to hide it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to line that thing out. You know,
You're so in regs all the time.
He gets it. Jamie gets it. No, I'm trying to think. So the girls do competitive cheer. Both of them are doing that. We went to Disney 3 times.
For cheer.
Yeah.
Can you do hair?
Huh? I'm not that good at it, but I'm like, how can I say this?
I'm good for a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can put them on stage.
Yeah. Can you French braid?
Not really, because I get confused.
I can
like,
braid. I can't
honestly,
French
like
braid.
it gets lost in my finger. Does that make you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I
and I'll be like, I'm smart, and like I can't do it, and they'll be like, Dad, and so like they'll take over. I have braided and stuff, but like for them, their hair has to be like for cheer. It's got to be
bun?
like teased up a certain way, put in the thing. Like I can get them on stage.
All right.
I can get them on stage.
All right.
You know,
Good for you.
I'm not getting medals for
Yeah.
it, but I can get them on
Yeah.
stage. Usually the wife does that. She's incredible, literally the best. And
Yeah, my wife's a really good hair maker, doer too.
I
whatever it's
mean,
called.
there's strengths and weaknesses
Mm-hmm.
that I have, and she has them, and you know, she does her things, and then I do my thing, and we like, you know, we don't argue about it because I'm. It just seems foolish. Like she's obviously better at it than me.
Yeah.
But we went in January. Girls got a dub. They're on the same team.
All right.
They won a ring, the whole thing. Those are like literally coming in right now. And then like a month or so passed. And then one week I was in Disney. And then the next week I was in Disney, like literally the exact, like back to back. And like I was humming. Like I was like,
I have no intention to take the kids to Disney World.
So here's the thing about that. I have invested tens of thousands of dollars in targeting ads around your home just to make sure your children do cheerleading. Like, I am seeding, like, the second every person in your family goes, no.
They won't have phones until they're driving.
Doesn't matter. If the TV's on, if technology's around, these ads are going to start coming through, like, the Amazon, all of it.
Nope. I know that place is expensive. Like, and I rather, like, for example, I know it's for Katie's 40th, and it's not for the kids, but we're bringing the kids. We're going to Spain, right?
Nice.
And so I rather give them a real life experience.
Yeah.
You know, because I think.
Talking about Disney being expensive?
Yeah. Right.
It is, so
I assume you go there for
yeah.
a week. It's a $10,000 trip.
It sucks. I don't want to get into the specifics of it, but the long and short of it is we plan a lot around it.
Got it.
So, like, we're able to, like, make it happen because like, I travel so much. You know, I've got points. We put those down for flights, right? So that's like step one, and then you know, it's other things too. Like, we use our credit card to pay for everything.
Yep. Likewise.
All those points go back to travel.
Yep.
So the more we spend and everything else, it's also a really good, like, layer of security between, like, you and the rest of the world. And so that helps. But, like, honestly, like, we're there like 3 to 5 days maybe. But, like, we're on the ground, they compete, and we go. Like, we don't even really go to the parks anymore. Like, we did when they were younger. Yeah. But now, like,
how old are they?
They're in 10th grade, 15 and 17.
Oh, wow. Okay. I was expecting, for some reason, I thought they were younger.
When they were younger, it was more expensive. Because,
mine are 5, 7, and 9.
Yeah. So those ages, when, like, we first going down there, like, if you go down there and, like, you get, all right, so say you compete on a Wednesday, you got to be there on a Tuesday to do whatever. So we would come in on, like, to, like, practice and stuff. We would come in on, like, a Monday, do some park stuff, roll into that, and then do park stuff afterwards. So that was the longer weeks, but they've done all of it now.
Do you think you can give me almost a full cheer right now?
No, because it changes so often, like, literally, and it's, here's what we need to do. We need to get into the cheer business.
Dude, I'll start a business about anything.
There's, like, one company who makes the songs, and it's literally just like, bop, 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 bop.
Do they?
And they change the names of, like, snipers or Secret Service, like, whatever the theme is. Like, one year the theme was, like, military stuff, so it's snipers, Secret Service, stuff like that. And so the words are all the same except for the team names, and they sell all the music.
So they don't cheer?
Huh? No, the cheer's like a track in the background.
Got it.
There's all right. So there's sideline.
They're not there like go team go.
That's like sideline cheer.
Yeah.
Right. And so then there's competition cheer, and that's them where they're doing a routine where they're like throwing each other up in the air and stuff like that.
My 9-year-old does sideline cheering.
Yes.
For boys basketball at our school.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I know all those cheers, and I'm up there. I'm getting it. But.
Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, I would say them. I don't want to say the school name because people are weird. But yeah, same. I'm like, bah, 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 bah. And to this day, I can't help it. And both my daughters hate it, and my wife does too. But whenever I see them walk out, like for the cheer, like at the games and stuff, when they're doing silent, I'm like literally like, hey, like I'm excited to see them because they're still my daughters.
You know what I like doing?
What?
I like cheering loud at events that you probably shouldn't cheer at.
Yeah. Yeah.
For example, one of my, I'm gonna call him my cousin, but it's actually my wife's cousin's husband graduated from OCS.
Okay.
And
that's awesome.
And I don't know, this is 10, 12 years, 15 years ago, maybe. It was a long time ago. So I go up there, and service members have to wear your dress uniform. It was cold, so maybe like November time frame, and I was wearing my dress blues, and it was very very proper.
Yeah.
Right, and everyone's being quiet, and like little golf claps after they say the graduate's name.
Yeah.
And
John Smith.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like.
Yay.
Well, Justin came across and they said his name, and I stood up and gave it, "Attaboy, Justin!" Yeah, real loud.
That's awesome.
And Katie knew it was coming because it's what I do.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, not only that, it's something we should celebrate. This is super cool, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He was enlisted for a handful of years and went to OCS and became an officer in the United States Marine Corps.
That's
so
incredible.
Cool, right?
That's awesome.
So I felt obligated almost to cheer, right? And man, did I start something.
Yeah.
By the last person, everyone's cheering, standing up. I'm like, man, this is
what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
So I'm still at it, and the kids do plays and all sorts of stuff during the school year.
That's awesome.
Oh man, and I give them. I do it to the neighbor kids now. I love doing it,
dude. It's so fun. Like, doing those things as like a dad too, because I can't help it, and I'm always told don't do anything goofy, and I'm like, hey, like the second, hey, I'm just excited. It's like a part of me is like so like proud to see them. Like there was like I can't remember what it's called. It's like a sorority, but it's in high school. Is that cotillion? Maybe. I think.
No clue.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, cotillion was like where you learn how to dance and manners and which fork to use and all that.
Did you grow up here?
I grew up in Oklahoma.
Okay, yeah,
so we did that.
What's it called, Ben?
It's called cotillion.
Cotillion.
It's like I don't know. I think maybe it's not cotillion. I don't know. They said it's like a high school version of a sorority, but they do it here. I don't know what it's called. I'm kind of a bad dad.
Yeah.
I've been blown up a lot. Take it easy on me. But like I saw her come out, and I was like, ha! I just couldn't help it. I was like so excited to see her because like. And then, like, she got red, but then I walked over there. She's like, hey. And, like, we did a father-daughter dance. She's like, you got so excited. I go, yeah, I love you. And she's like, yeah, I know. But all of her friends were like, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're, like, excited. It's, I don't know.
My kids did swim this year, and I loved it. Like, I swam as a kid. I remember it a little bit. Yeah.
Can you do the CSS?
Sorry?
The side stroke?
Yeah.
Can you teach me?
Yeah.
All right, I want to learn.
It's easy.
Interesting.
Yeah. But, I just swam when I was a real little kid. So maybe I was like 6 or something like that for a couple of years. And it is so fun to watch your kids swim.
Yeah.
And, my 5-year-old, she's just out there. She's giving it hell, right? Yeah. And how it's cool to watch how competitive they are. Mm-hmm. And then I never looked at swimming really as a team sport, but the way they cheer each other on, and all get together and root for each other and root for the other team and like all of that. It was very impressive. And with that being said, our team also won everything.
Yeah.
And
so
won like there's who wins the most meets is an award, and who wins the championship meets award. And awesome. We got them both.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Shouts out.
Yeah, during a building year. Just wait till next year.
Dude, a building year? Dude, you're going to be out there running drills.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you might actually have...
I'm not a coach or anything.
Yeah,
but my neighbor is.
They probably tell you that a lot. They're like, Sam. And they're like, I don't know, he's a scary Navy SEAL.
No, I don't...
You think this is cold? Like you're dumping ice into the pool.
We were playing games with the neighbors in the neighbors pool yesterday, this weekend. And there's 3 boys over there, and they had a basketball hoop, and it was floaty one, so I can move it around. And they would get outside the pool, and they all shot till one of them made it, and there was a punishment for the other 2. And so one of the punishments was you have to eat an Oreo covered in barbecue sauce.
Sounds horrible.
20 push-ups with a mouthful of pool water. A mask full of pool water. You have to tilt your head back and sing the national anthem. And then a couple like crab walks and bear crawls and stuff like that.
You couldn't help yourself.
I couldn't.
You couldn't help yourself.
I was just thinking of...
Did you put a hat in it? Did you put a hat and some aviators on? What is he doing?
I was just thinking, I'm like, what is some messed up stuff we had to do in buds? And like a spoonful of hot sauce was one of them.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to run the O course with a mouthful of water, or
really?
So go get in the ocean, get a mouthful of seawater, and then go do whatever physical activity. And so I just, and one of them I passed out during this. I forget it's a big evolution, and it obviously sucks. But I think it's when you do an evolution called the beehive, and it's a bunch of pool games. I think it's maybe you have underwater knot tying that day. But it's like the first or second week of first phase, and it's a miserable day. And I think maybe you do the 50-meter underwater that day. Mm-hmm. I forget. But one of the last evolutions, I think you had to do flutter kicks with a mask full of water with your head back, right?
Okay.
And sing the national anthem.
Oh.
Actually, I lied to you. We weren't doing flutter kicks because I was standing on the edge of the pool, in the pool. There was in the deep end, I think it's like 12 or 15 foot deep, drill deep. And there's a ledge that's like 4 foot deep so you could stand on.
Yeah.
I was standing on that ledge and with my head back singing the national anthem. And then I wake up just getting the shit slapped out of me. Wham, wham. I'm like, whoa, what's up? And the instructor looks at me. I forget which one it was. He goes, "You didn't pass out, did you?" I said, "Nope." He goes, "All right, get back to it."
Wow, that's naval medicine.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Is it true that they drown y'all, or is it just drown proofing? Just a concept.
It's just drown proofing. The
So what is drown proofing as a like? Get you to the point of almost drowning, correct?
So, the overarching goal is to see how comfortable you are in the water, right? In duress, right? And then the purpose of it is if you just happen to get tossed overboard with your hands and feet tied together in 10 or 12 foot of water, you bob and figure it out, right?
Yeah.
So you sink to the bottom, push off. You have to do that. I don't know if it's a number of bobs or if it's a time. I think it's a number of bobs. Let's just call it like 10, 15, something like that. And then you have to go to the bottom, do a front flip, and then come back up. And then go to the bottom. I think you have to do a back flip and then come back up. And then they throw a mask in, and the mask sinks to the bottom of the pool. And you have to go down and you have to grab it with your teeth and bob like 3 times or 4 times.
Okay.
And then dolphin kick to the edge of the pool.
And they're like, "Good job."
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's drown proofing.
That's that evolution.
It's really just to make you comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. That's it. But,
Interesting.
And the water is a good medium for that source.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. I mean,
so
how long do you know how long you can hold your breath? How long can you hold?
I've held right now. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I can do a 50 meter underwater. I did that in a Sunday fun day at the pool.
You had to get out there and see if you still got it. Yeah.
Well, it started with my one of my best friends in town, and he was a little out of shape. And I bet him if he could go across the pool 25 meters, I bet him something. And he did it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, double or nothing, but you have to do 50.
Yeah.
And we both had a few adult beverages already, but I knocked it out and it was no problem.
Yeah.
So, but the longest I ever hold my breath was over 3 minutes for sure.
3 minutes?
Oh yeah.
I did a minute the other day.
I bet I was like, if I had to take a stab in the dark, I was probably in like the 330, 340 range. But there was guys, one of my buddies, he just retired. His name is Mike Hall. He has an awesome organization called Hold the Reins in Virginia Beach. But he got rolled for pool comp, I believe.
Okay.
And he would go to the pool daily and just go in the deep end with a kettlebell and hold it at the bottom of the pool. And he got his breath hold up to 5 minutes. That's a person I know. There's someone I know personally that did a
That's
5 minute
crazy.
breath hold. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So he just would
He just training for
basically dead hang holding his breath.
Yeah.
Like he's just down there at the bottom.
Just chilling, And I remember guys having these, I'm going to call them hard to breathe apparatus.
Yeah.
That they'd put in their mouth and it's to build up their lung capacity.
Yeah.
Have you seen those before?
Yeah, I've seen those.
Guys were using those, and my trick was I hyperventilate heavily before I get in the water.
What do you mean?
Like I hyperventilate myself and then take one last deep breath and then go.
So you push it out as much as you can.
So yeah. Like,
So there's no. Yep.
Go.
That's muscle memory right there. I like that. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. See,
That's it.
I can do like a minute ish. I mean, like a minute and 3 seconds with my kids. We just went to the beach.
Yeah.
And went to this nice place that had a pool too. But I was like, "Dad, can you hold your breath?" And like, all I remember from my one Marine Corps swim class was like, just be comfortable and relax. That's all I remember of like holding my breath. And like, because apparently this is what they told me on it was true. Stress obviously takes down your time and everything else, but you just got to be relaxed. Is that it?
Yeah. If you're stressed out, your body's working real hard and you're probably eating up that oxygen. I'm not a scientist, so
they said just like think about like going to sleep.
What I do, I sing "Only God Knows Why" by Kid Rock in my head.
Really?
Yeah. for some reason, and I just sing that, and I try to stay as calm as possible.
Wow. That's awesome. You should go up to his house and tell him.
No.
Mr. Rock, my name's Sam.
I get beat up at the front gate.
Nah, did he let you in and be like, you just got to show him your trident. He'd let you in. Dude, I wish I could see you in that Cracker Jack uniform, that dress.
Dude, it's a slick uniform.
It's slick,
My
dude.
our wedding pictures.
I've seen him at your house.
Oh, with the pitchfork? Yeah, that looks good, huh? Yeah.
I mean,
That's I think the dress blues, the Cracker Jacks. I think the Cracker Jacks are actually the white ones.
the Cracker Jacks are the white ones,
Okay,
but it's the same uniform, different color.
Yeah,
yeah.
And the blue one's thicker, right?
Because it's supposed to be cold weather, correct?
Yeah. However, it's more formal, so you can wear them year round.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Nice little neckerchief, whatever it is, the weird collar.
Yep. Just with a perfect square knot in it.
Yeah, cool.
No big deal.
No big deal. Not a big deal.
Sailor. But I think I think it's the best looking uniform besides the Marine Corps
Dress blues.
The
dress blues are, of all the uniforms, the Marine Corps dress blues have to be the best looking one. I will say this: the Army just redid theirs. Have you seen them?
No.
I think they call them pinks and greens.
Pinks and greens?
Pinks and greens. I don't know why. Ben, will you look up the Army's new uniform name, please? I think it's called pinks and greens.
Let me check.
Whatever it's called, it looks like they took it off the set of Captain America, like World War II style.
Oh, all right.
Slick. Like
I like that.
Most Army uniforms are absolute trash.
Yeah.
Like you look at them, you're like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
You're making this look bad. Come on, dude.
And their camo's been bad.
Their camos, yeah. We go to war in the desert. They're like thinking digital gravel.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
yeah. Let's get some green in there.
let's get some green when it gets wet, but let's start it out at like a mild gravel for the desert.
Yeah.
You guys.
Marines, I liked your guys' uniform. They were too thick though, man.
Yeah.
Your pants and your jackets are thick.
Yeah, there's just it's too much. Yeah,
It's hot.
We had the frog stuff towards the end. That stuff was great. Flame resistant organizational gear.
Yeah.
I got the name. They call them Army Greens.
Okay,
Army Green service uniform, but they're based on the World War II era pinks and greens.
That's
so
what it
pinks
is.
and greens is nickname, but Army Greens.
Stupid question. Pink, did the females
I think it's
wear pink?
I guess it's a female thing. But
Yeah, like the
take
nurses,
a
I
look.
assume, maybe, or something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I've seen them recently, and I was like, dude, that looks sick.
All right.
Like just keep it. That's what I'm saying. Like we don't have to change.
What do you think of
everything.
the infantry cowboy hats?
I don't know, man. I don't know enough about it. It just I know it's a big like Army cavalry.
Yeah,
thing,
that's
right?
what it. Yeah, that's it. Like the first cav, right?
Yeah,
And they have
cool.
spurs and
Because
cowboy hats.
the trousers were like a light shade of olive, like a light taupe that people just started referring to as pink.
Got it. Thanks, Ben.
Shout out, Ben.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I guess if it's like an Army thing, I mean, the Marine Corps doesn't really have anything like that. Like, it's all about
Yeah.
standard stuff. I don't think the Navy has anything like that. It's just
No.
the Army.
Yeah.
It's cool, I guess. I don't know enough about the cavalry to really understand.
I think I would love it if I knew the history and was part of it.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah.
it too. Because,
Aesthetically, it turns me off a tad bit,
yeah.
right? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, whoa, what?
What are you doing?
But I think I would be so proud to do whatever it takes to get my cowboy hat and my spurs.
Oh yeah, I would definitely do that.
Yeah,
and
right?
then I would like find ways to bring it up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
right now, I'd be like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm a spur rider. It's
Yeah.
so that's actually funny you bring that up because I did do a thing with about 2 years ago maybe with 101st and I can't remember the name of the Bastogne Bastogne. They invited me up there. It's called a spur ride.
Yeah.
So that's actually how they get their spurs. It's like an in-dock basically.
Okay.
Like it's they do a bunch of exercises, training, gas masks, the whole thing.
But they go to Europe to do this.
No. This was at 100. No, first BCT was who I was with, but
Okay.
like it's Bastones. I can't remember all this. I'm sorry, Army. I'm not good at
Yeah.
this. But I went up there and it was actually pretty cool. They were doing like a mass casualty exercise, and they're running all day.
Yeah.
But what I found out is like anyone can sign up for like the spur ride,
Yeah.
whatever job you're doing. So it's like a hodgepodge of people from multiple different MOSs who are doing all sorts of like crazy stuff. Like we just trailed them the whole day.
Got it.
And it was actually pretty like the first
So
event.
a big initiation type deal.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. The first the first event was them doing tug of war with like old World War II Jeeps.
All right.
And so like when we showed up, they were just like, ah! They're like all screaming at each other and stuff. And they're like, get in there. And I'm like, okay. And I like literally just got out of a car and I was just like pulling it. And I was like, did we win? I didn't know what was going on for like a good amount of time.
Shocker.
But they're like, welcome to the spur ride. And I was like, okay.
So at any point during the day, do they ride horses?
No, I think that used to be part of it.
Okay.
But
no one's signing that ORM, huh?
no. I did that. That was also the time where I toured the base too. Dude, that whole base is crazy.
Yeah.
It's huge. We used to hide nukes up there. Mm-hmm. And that used to be guarded by Marines on the base.
Isn't the biggest, most like Navy ports where there's nuclear ships or submarines, I think have Marines guarding them.
Yes, Marine Security Forces.
Okay.
So when you...
Even though the Navy has their own security forces.
So I'm told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was one.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I know. Well, you're a different type of security force.
No. I was Master at Arms before I became a SEAL.
Master at Arms? Yeah, of course you were.
Every day was the worst day of my life.
Yeah, I bet. See, that's what every Master at Arms says. I wish I'd been a corpsman.
I mean, it was bad.
Yeah. So I think it has something to do with like jurisdiction or something. I don't know what the real reason is, but when you're in infantry, they come to you in boot camp, like you select the infantry field, and it's boot camp's almost over. It's like third phase. Mm-hmm. And they're like, hey, who wants a slice of pizza? Like, who is infantry? Would you like to come eat some pizza? And then they come in, they put you in a room, they give you a slice of pizza, and they pitch you on like joining security forces. And so you could go to security forces. You have to extend your contract by a year, and you either go to like Camp David, White House Communications Building, or you end up going to like one of those other different sub bases and just guarding stuff. Like that's what the whole thing is.
That's brutal.
Yeah, and I didn't know enough, but they lost me when they're like add another year.
So you did this?
No, a buddy. So here's what's crazy. So I'm like in the room and he's like, hey, welcome, and it's just this big jacked guy, and he's got this badge that says the President Security Force. Like they're pitching you hard, and like I'm definitely having like, you know, some type of weird insulin response to the first pizza I've had in like 3 months, you know, and they're like, this could be you. And it's like guys with like collared shirts and MP5s at White House or Camp David, just like doing training, or any one of the security bases. And I was just like, I don't know. I don't know. And then like everything else in the military, when they ask you to do something and you have the option to say no, they start hating you like 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
It was like, get out. And I was like, all right, dude, chill. All right, Bob. But this other guy I know named Zach, I don't want to say his last name. He goes, I'm going to sign up, right? Jump cut. I'm in Afghanistan on my last tour, and I'm walking back to the COC. I'm walking back to the COC, Alpha Company COC in Marja. And like we're walking like straight at it, and like off to the right there was some fire coming in, and there were these new posts. We had just done the rip with this other unit, and like they were shooting at them, and I was like, stop shooting at us, stop. Can I swear, are you gonna believe it?
Yeah.
All right, I was like, stop fucking shooting at us, we're coming in. And like, because they were shooting, and like, you know, when you enter friendly lines, they got to stop, obviously, right? And so like I get up close to the thing, and I go.
So you were walking up to one of the bases.
I'm walking back up to my base, and I've already called in
uniform.
The most amount of uniform, the most amount of Marine that I could be.
And a fellow Marine shoots at you.
Shooting in a direction really close to mine that made me uncomfortable.
Was there a bad guy really close to you?
Listen, I don't want to put people out there, but like,
so we had a little blue on blue, right? That's what we're talking about?
We were moving down the color scale. I'll put it that way.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I was. You know, they were like shooting like right over the top of us, right? And like I'm not willing to risk.
Rule number 1: don't shoot at people that look just like you.
I know. Yeah, like and like I was like, is the sun in our back? Like I was thinking about all these things, and I'm like, no, I like. You know, I never re-entered the base the same way, blah, blah, blah. You know all this stuff. And I'm like getting out like a pop-up to like shoot at the tower, basically. And I get close, and someone goes, hey! and I go, I like get up to the tower, and I'm like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Like I'm yelling at him, and he goes, I'm sorry, we just saw blah, blah, blah. And whatever. It was actually enemy combatants, but they should not have engaged the other tower. The other post had better whatever, but they had been in country for like 5 minutes.
How high was this tower?
Let's say 15 feet.
Maybe they had proper vertical dispersion, just not from your point of view, and he was right on point.
I'm not willing to risk it because I had taken them out on a few patrols, and they were real new.
Just all willy nilly.
They were real new, brother. They were real new, and it was bad bush.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like 5 at that point. I had like 5 patrols left in my career. I'm just trying to get home, and this guy goes, "Hey, is your name Zach?" And I go, "What the fuck? Why does that matter?" And he goes, "We went to boot camp together." And I went like this. I go, "Zach?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "I went to the White House." I was like, "I didn't." He goes, "Yeah, sorry for shooting over you guys." I go, "Yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." I just like came up there and gave him a hug, but he was like, "Yeah, dude." He's like, "That was the worst slice of pizza ever," because he did the pizza, signed the contract, went to the White House, like bounced between there and Camp David, and just did post for 3 years. Oof. And then jump cut. I'm a higher rank than him and like everything, and he's below me.
Think of his point of view though, right? Yeah. So he's just been looking at nothing. Right, for 3 years, and he's in the first tower that could go kinetic, and he has a chance. And you're right there. You don't matter that much.
I know.
He's that bullet's flying.
I'm not unaware of the things that were against
itchy.
Me. Oh, yeah. At that time, the idea of coming home without a combat action ribbon, I would have shot myself. Like, dude, it was just like, it's because we were tracing the road and they were going like up here at the intersection. So I know what he was doing. He just didn't know that he shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Right? Technically, it was safe, but I'm not willing to. What I was worried about was rounds coming back from who they were shooting at, hitting us. Because I wouldn't have shot at the tower. I would have shot at us.
I've been...
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've been in a Polish ambush before. In the middle.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
That's what I've heard it called. I have no clue where that comes from. Yeah, we're in a little scrimmage, and I was shooting at the guys in front of us, and the partner force ended up behind me, shooting at them also.
Okay, yeah.
And so I was taking it from both ends.
Yeah, usually got to pay extra for that.
Yeah. I volunteered for it.
Yeah, you did. I can hold my breath for 3 minutes. Just someone play Kid Rock. Watch him do it.
You know what I mean?
No, dude. Yeah, and that was also part of it. We had partner forces everywhere. There was like an ANCOP station over there. They were always squirrely. We had an A&A outpost not far from there. Like when the sun goes down, like the one guy was like, "We shoot at whatever we hear." That's what he said.
Jesus.
And I was like, "With what?" And he goes, "This thing." And he pointed to a Dushka. And I was like, "Negative."
Dushka?
Yeah, like the big,
I know
big, whatchamacallit. Is that the big machine gun? Yeah. And I found that out myself because we were coming in.
Right, it's an anti-aircraft weapon, a Dushka.
Is that the Dushka? What am I thinking of?
PKM.
PKM. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
The PKM. Because he started mowing down trees with it because we were trying to get there to hold for the night, and they heard the trees moving, and I thought my point man disappeared. Like I thought he was gone, and like I just screamed. I was like, "Par!" He goes, "I'm alive!" And I had to shoot flares at their thing. Partner forces were scary. Like no one really talks about it, but it was scary. It was
100%.
I was more scared of them than the Taliban.
I wouldn't go that far.
I was more scared of their ignorance.
But it's a wild card.
Yeah,
it's a wild card.
They were all instinct. Not a single bit of plan was made.
This episode is brought to you by Alpine Optics. If you spend time in the outdoors, whether you're hunting, hiking, bird watching, or just taking in the view, good optics could make all the difference. Alpine builds binoculars and scopes that are clear, dependable, and made to handle real use in the field. Their image stabilizing binoculars are a favorite of mine. Even if you're glassing offhand or on the move, the view stays steady and sharp. It makes long sessions easier on your eyes and helps you watch things you'd otherwise miss. Whether you're spotting game or you just want to see the world a little clearer, Alpine's gear is built to bring the outdoors into focus. Check them out at alpineoptics.com. Whether you're trekking in the backcountry, bird hunting, or just chasing squirrels in the backyard, your dog needs fuel that can keep up with the adventure. And that's where Montana Dog Food comes in. Born in the heart of Big Sky Country, this isn't just dog food. It's adventure-grade nutrition. Crafted with responsibly sourced ingredients from the Western U.S. and freeze-dried to lock in every ounce of goodness, Montana Dog Food Company delivers clean, powerful fuel for your pup's wild side. No shortcuts, no synthetic junk, just premium, nutrition-packed meals and treats designed to support strong muscles, healthy joints, and endless energy, whether you're trekking trails or snuggling by the fire. So give your dog the food that fuels their adventurous spirit. Go to montanadogfoodco.com and feed your dog the best. So what's your new podcast about?
The new one?
Yeah.
Bros.
And what's it called again?
Underwhelming Podcast.
Underwhelming Podcast.
After Action's like interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like right now I've recorded a bunch of them and I'll announce this here. When's this come out? Next week?
Yeah.
So I'm interviewing the Secretary of the VA at the end of the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the After Action Podcast.
On the After Action Podcast.
So I know you're heavily involved in a couple things. I know one of them's the VA.
Yeah.
And you're always advertising for something else. What else is it?
So it's a company called Remedical. They sponsor the podcast.
Okay.
So what they do is they're an option for people to choose to help them with their veteran benefits. They are a service that you can pay, and I don't want to quote the exact number, but the most I've ever heard is upwards of, I think, $3,000. Mm-hmm. And it's free to consult with them. You should talk to them. I don't know. But basically what they do is like you're Sam, you go to them, you say, I need help with my VA claims. Most claims are kicked back because they lack evidence. They send you to a doctor. Mm-hmm. Doctor says, hey, knees are bad, back's bad, here's x-rays, supporting documentation. You support it, boom. My podcast producer's done it. Like 4 people he know have done it. Everyone I've sent to has had the exact outcome they wanted and even more. Mm-hmm. And it's basically it. Like there are free options like I did, and it took me 8 years to get it finally fixed. And there's also this option, and I would have paid up $20,000 up front to have it fixed in 8 years. But that it's funny, we haven't talked since that happened. That put me in a direct clash with the VFW.
That was it.
Yeah, the VFW attacked me. Yeah.
I remember you mentioning something about this. What happened there?
So they came to this management company I have who like gets me ads.
Yep.
And they said, we want Zach to talk about this bill. Mm-hmm. And this bill is called the GUARD Act. And what it will do is it will eliminate any organization but nonprofits that the VFW says are good. Mm-hmm. And all the pay for options, they go away. Mm-hmm. And I go, well, that kind of sounds like a monopoly. And I looked more into it. It is a monopoly. Mm-hmm. And, you know, from my point of view, I've been doing this work since like 2011, working with veterans and, you know, helping people get their benefits. Using the government to restrict capitalistic movement in society is not freedom.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
And that's authoritarianism. That's, I think it might, you know, that's
close
dictatorship type stuff. Mm-hmm. Like it's terrifying. So, and they were offering me not a small amount of money for this campaign. Not like,
really?
Oh yeah, it was an ad campaign, and they had a lot of money to support it, as often these bills do, because basically they're going to eliminate the whole system of people choosing to pay companies like Remedical. Mm-hmm. And their claim was that there's these companies, they call them claim sharks. Mm-hmm. Companies that take back pay of veterans' benefits once they're awarded to them. Remedical does not. You agree to a service up front. That's your decision. It's a transactional relationship. The end. Mm-hmm. There are companies that take back pay. I don't like that, blah, 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 whatever.
I'm okay with that. And the reason being is, like whatever that claim didn't get to 100% or whatever percentage you wanted to originally. And I think a lot of times it's because the person didn't do their own due diligence.
Yes.
And so you got to pay the piper for being lazy. And, you know, if someone's going to do all the work for you, I think they should get paid.
Yeah. So my grandfather once told me either pay now or you pay later.
That's a fact.
And so that's what I think about. So like when I say I don't like it, I just don't like that the industry exists at all.
Yeah.
The VA should be doing this not veteran service organizations, not any type of for-profit company, but there's a problem, they're going to fix it. That's what a free market is. I'm for that. I'm a capitalist. I'm for freedom. Like, no one talks about that like these whole industries billion-dollar industries have developed, and everyone's like, yeah, whatever. So long and short of it is they pitched it to me and a few other people. We all talked about it. We all said no. And then they started going online talking about me, said I was, well, first off, the VFW is the one who came up with the term claim sharks.
The VFW went online and started talking about you. Okay.
Me specifically. Like, there was a guy with like his Veterans of Foreign Affairs hat, and like he's holding up cardboard.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to make fun of him. And they couldn't pick a hot Navy SEAL named Sam. They couldn't pick like some guy who was even close to my age. Like, they just picked a dude. And they just started they just lied about me. Like, continually lied about me. Said I was taking money from veterans. I was supporting back pay. Like, all these, none of this is true. Like, you can fucking Google me and like figure all this shit out. And for like 24 hours, my wife was just like, I don't know what we're going to do. And I was like, we're just going to kind of wait and see what happens.
It was that bad?
Yeah, because...
Did you think about suing him for defamation?
Yes, is the long and short of it.
Yeah.
I talked to a few lawyers about it too.
Okay.
But the biggest problem was that the one lawyer I talked to said, all right, I'll get to that. So I was thinking about like all my options, how to do it. My wife was nervous, and like in my heart of hearts, I never thought I'd be in a position where one of the oldest veterans organizations in the world is like trying to take me down.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, no wonder people hate veterans. Like, look at this shit. Like, it's so petty. Like,
circle the wagons and shoot in.
Yeah, we're just eating each other, and we're like, why won't you hire me? Like, and I'm just like, dude, we suck. But what they didn't like is I didn't support their horrible bill, and I've gone on the record saying this many times. Like, I like the VFW as a stance. I just don't know anyone that they've helped. Like, I've never met anyone to this day who's set me down and been like, they did this for me. They helped me with my claims. They helped me. None of it. None of it. Do you?
No.
See, that's my point.
I'm trying to think, but like,
and you don't even have to say.
I'm a lifetime member of the VFW. I go in there for beers. I like what it stands for, from like the culture, and trying to give people a place to go and meet, fellow veterans.
Yeah.
I like that the VFW has scrutiny on who it lets in, even within service members. So you have to have been
veterans of foreign war. Yeah.
In a war. I like all that about it, but obviously, I don't dig into it like you do, and I didn't even know this was going on. But I don't like what you're saying about it.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, like,
you know what I mean?
I would love to have someone be like, they did this for me, whatever, and I haven't found that person yet.
Yeah.
And I think originally they used to, they were started as a place for guys to hang out after they came home from work because nobody knew anything about it. No one, honestly, it was like Facebook or like online stuff originally. And I was just like, man, fuck these dudes. Like, I just kind of, and I reached out to some of my friends. I'm really good friends with everyone at the Unsubscribe podcast, and we like all kind of like, they told me not to say anything, and I didn't say anything. And I just waited, and then like we gathered all the stuff and we dismantled them. My friend Angry Cops, Rich, and the Fat Electrician Nick basically did like an expose video on me and the whole thing that was happening, to a point to where like the president of the VFW reached out to me directly.
Really?
Yeah. The head of the DC office, a guy named Ryan Gallucci, lied to this day about everything, his association with it. He like started making up stuff online because they're, as an organization, they believe that they're much better than everyone else, and they think that they have this kind of like righteousness about them that is unearned and disingenuous. So like their position was like, if we're talking bad about Zach, that everyone will believe us. Not that I helped to pass bills in the state of Tennessee with Representative Mark Green when he was a state's representative. Now he's our congressman. Not that I've written in multiple different outlets about veterans issues, Huffington Post, Fox News, multiple pieces in the New York Times. Not that I've helped to raise, hundreds of thousands of dollars with the boot campaign or Semper Fi Fund. Like the list goes on and on and on. They were convinced that they could just say this and the world would turn. And it didn't.
You know, it's
It
very
turned against them.
I'm surprised the VFW did that as an organization, because talking bad about somebody or, you know, let alone an individual is very unbecoming in itself.
Yeah.
Let alone from you allow your organization to take that stance.
Yeah.
That's not.
It was crazy.
That's a rookie move, man.
Well, and like I remember when I finally came out of like hiding, or like I took a tactical pause.
Yeah.
I hate that I use that, but I took a tactical pause. I remember one of the first tweets I put out, I was like, are you guys really sure you want to do this? And then they kept doubling down, and then it just started happening. Like to this day, it's their most popular post on every platform that they have. They've never formally apologized to me. I don't think they will. I don't care. I don't need them to. The president of the VFW at the time was out of the country going to see VFWs in Korea and Japan, I guess. He called me. And I remember he was traveling and we called, and it was like a Monday, and then we talked again on a Wednesday, and he's like, I'll hit you up next week. And Friday, he was no longer the president of the VFW.
Oof.
So I don't know if that was, if like his term ended or whatever. I just know it's weird.
Pretty coincidental.
I mean, I figured he would have told me, like, hey, I'm not going to be the president come Friday.
Yeah.
Like maybe go out with a bang.
Or maybe the joke's on you.
Yeah.
Like, I'll call you next week, bud.
Well, yeah, maybe, but like it's still weird to not tell me one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
But I remember him being like, you guys are really hard on us. I was like, really hard? All we did was share screenshots and text messages. He goes, yeah, I guess that's true. And I was like, what do you mean you guess it's true? Like, it's just that. And then they like continue to upset me. They've dumped money into another thing called like VA. Ben, will you look this up for me? It's something like VSafe or something safe.va, whatever. They dumped millions of dollars into creating a website where you can report people that help veterans with their benefits or organizations that they think are bad. So instead of like hiring more people to do veterans claims, it's something like vsafe.gov.
Interesting.
Yeah, vsafe.gov to protect veterans from fraud.
They don't want to help veterans. Like, no one can convince me otherwise. I used to not be as like bold about this, but like I can't be like, instead of like hiring more people at the VFW to help to veterans, or working with the VA to like get more people to do the ratings, they instead have dumped. All right, so that's a government website. That's no less than $10 million, right? I mean, I'm not talking about actual costs. I'm talking about the bill. You know what I mean? But like,
so they're dumping money into.
But like, yeah, it's
the same initiative.
It's the illusion of helping, right? Yeah. And so, here's the thing: if I want to pay a CPA, or it's not even say CPA, if I want to pay TurboTax, the money that I want to help them with my taxes so that the liability is on them, one, or two, to expedite my processes and my taxes, for instance, I'm going to fucking pay them.
Yeah.
Same thing with choosing these companies. Right, wrong, or indifferent, it's my option to choose. It is not the government's job to legislate freedom or to decide what is fair. That is a it's not their job to educate a consumer like that.
I completely agree.
Because it's a slippery slope of like, well, outsiders not good for you. They want you to be outside all the time. What's that about?
Inside behind that screen.
Yeah, we need you under fluorescence. You don't need vitamin D.
You know, you mentioned a VFW in his most popular post. I'm going to call it signage. What has been your most popular phrase on your sign?
I'd have to look to see what the actual most popular one is. The one that I think about the most right now is we always have enough money for war, but never enough to cover the cost. Like,
Did you come up with that?
I was just like thinking, like, I can't remember what it was exactly, but I was, I think it was a few years ago, but I was thinking about like, listen, I know there's stuff the U.S. has to do globally to protect blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to have that debate, but whenever we need a missile or whatever, the debt ceiling finds a way to raise. But whenever someone's like trying to talk about veterans benefits or all those different things, or just the VA in general, it seems to be one of the things that they're always trying to be like, oh, that's a lot of money. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's part of that money. That's, that's the one I think about the most, because I in an optimistic world, I'd like to think that if we were to look and see, like, look at how much we're having to pay for the VA, not a negative way, but look at what this ultimate cost of war is, right? Wow, we should think more about before we launch into another thing or whatever, right? Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Our military is a volunteer service,
Yes.
right? And not only that, within that volunteer service, you pick your own occupation,
Yes.
right? So, who's to say you're owed anything?
You're not owed anything at all. No one's owed anything at all from anyone ever, and that's reality. But I'm talking about the people who, I mean, like, there's all sorts of stats that say, like, me and you won't make it to 60.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, right? Like, every day until we get to 60, it's a greater and greater chance that, we'll take our lives. Like, every stat supports that. That's what I'm referring to, right? And so when they're, like, talking about, like, rolling back things for veterans benefit, or, like, the big talking point is, like, with veterans benefits, they're always like, it's a lot of money. And everyone scoffs at a lot of money. And I understand it's a lot of money. However, that's the part of the cost for doing the other thing. And so if you really want to scrutinize this money over here, let's start with the other stuff.
I agree. We need to get smarter about it and think of it all the way through.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And how it's going to affect this generation. Right. And I think going forward, if it happens somewhat, when I say somewhat, if in our lifetime, I mean that we can have, as veterans, have, some sort of input on how it's handled during the next, campaign, if you will. I think we'll be in the clear. However, if it's, 2 generations away, we're just going to repeat what we did.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
It seems like we're always, it's just like we get in this weird stage where we're just far enough away from the last conflict. We're like, we'll never do that again. Yeah.
I had a guy call me recently, and he wanted to go over, high altitude infills.
What?
And just like covering very hard terrain, right?
Yeah.
At altitude. And then it dawned on me, I'm like, well, no one is around, obviously, in his platoon that has any experience in Afghanistan.
Right? It's all gone. Like, guys like us are gone.
I told him, I'm like, hey, you should just reach out to the Marines and that base you guys have up in Nevada, Bridgeport.
Yuma?
No,
Bridgeport.
It's a high altitude
cold weather.
Yeah. Because I've done some training up there, and I know the Marines have a hell of a program up there. So I told him, I'm like, you should. And I've heard of team guys going to it before.
Yeah.
So I told him, if you're really interested, reach out to those guys.
Yeah. They'd love it.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. That was one of the things I was looking to do if I signed up again. But yeah, my squad leader went there. And
so one thing I want to go over real quick, because
but everything's good now.
On the path to doing this, I want to talk about your holistic, medicine journey.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to try to be more serious.
No, you don't have to be.
No. In that case, who'd you vote for? No. I got to finish this. I'm fine. I won. Like, everything.
Oh, sorry.
The VFW stuff came out really, really well. The most traffic that had ever been generated in the history of the company of the one that sponsored my podcast.
I apologize for cutting you off.
No, that's fine.
I mentally just went down another rabbit hole.
No, I just realized I was like, I didn't finish my war, but I don't know. I hope they get better. I hope they actually do help veterans. But so my holistic path is I went through Organization Vets.
Yeah.
Marcus and Amber, their organization. It was actually Jared Taylor from Black Rifle.
Yep.
He called me September. Or maybe August. And he's like, hey, do you want to go to Mexico? And I was like, yeah, what for? And he's like, you're going to do the thing. I was like, sure. And he's like, all right, you're leaving on this date.
Yeah.
And then a week later, I had a call and then tickets and all that stuff. And so it was a real short runway for me. But for me, I was in a place where I was trying to understand myself and trying to learn more about the things that I'd experienced and everything. And, when I started working with nonprofits, I I did like a lot of different therapies, like sound therapy, magnets, oxygen therapy. You know, I didn't think it was going to cure me, but like I was like, if I get 10% better, I can start building up, you know? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. So I went down there and I did Ibogaine and DMT. So that was the protocol that I did. It was like I got there on a Thursday. I was back home Monday.
The one I'm going to.
You're doing it?
Yeah.
Are you taking? Is Jay gonna do it?
Yeah, he wants to go.
Really?
Yeah.
God, that's a big tent to put you guys in. That's awesome. Who are you going with?
I forget the name of the organization.
Heroic Hearts.
But my buddy, he has a hand in it, and his wife now has a hand in it as well. So I talked to them, and the first night is a heavy dose of psilocybin.
Yeah.
And then the second day or evening is, and I think I have this right. There could be a day in between there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is the 3 DMT or
DMT?
DMT. But there was a number in there.
3
like
MEO
5.
DMT.
Okay.
5 MEO DMT.
Okay, yeah. And that's the.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've heard it called multiple different things, like the toad venom, the god drug, or everything.
Well, that's because they're all true, but
yeah. What was your experience? Can I ask that?
Yeah, you can. I love talking about this. So 5-MeO DMT. This is how it was explained to me. The legend is some Army Ranger was out in the woods, like on a thing, trying to figure out something, and this is how people modern day figured it out. That the Sonoran desert frog, he cooked it up. And when he cooked it up, when it sweats, it secretes this hormone. And so he cooked up this frog out in the bush, and next thing you know, he's talking to God, right? And so allegedly, that's the story. I don't know if it's true, but I like to think that some guys like out there are like, whoa, just like losing it. But so DMT is the I don't know if drug's the right word. It gets secreted when you die, right?
Okay.
So it gets released when you die. So when I did it, I did Ibogaine. So there's multiple ways to do it. You're doing psilocybin first. So you do that heavy. It's called a hero dose. That'll like show you stuff that you maybe want to see or don't want to see, but it shows you what you need to see. That's only way I think to explain it. I hate to sound like woo woo, but the medicine does know. The medicine knows what you need to see. And you'll do that. You'll have like a day or some time off, and then you do the 5-MeO DMT. So the idea is that like you have like a new baseline, and then they crank you up.
Got it.
Okay, so the best way I think to describe it is, so the way we did it is we vaporized it, so like it happens instantly. And so I'm sitting there with actually a team guy. His name's call him Punky. I'll tell you his real name later. But he goes, here's what you're going to do. You're going to count to 10-second inhale, and then you'll go. And you do like a handshake dose, which is like a half dose, and then you do a full dose, and then as many as 3 full doses. I did 2.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. And like I've done a few things in my time. But I remember he's like, all right, slow inhale. I'm like 10 seconds. I'm like, that's actually kind of a long time to inhale something. I was like, okay, 10, 9, and then like my eyes start blinking. 8, 7, and he's even like 6. He's not like holding my hand, but he's like 6, 5. He's like helping me keep track. But the more and we get closer to 1, like I can feel myself like starting to like, it's starting to take effect. And so by the time it gets to 1, they're like, hold it, and like breathe. And do you remember the movie? What is it called? Rockadoodle with Chanticleer the rooster? No. Okay. Well, anyways, there's this part where this owl's like spitting out like magic or whatever, and when I exhaled, it felt like sparks were coming out of my mouth. And then I just fell into eternity. I just fell forever, and like I could.
So you're just falling down a black hole.
Kind of. It's
Did
like,
you have the falling feeling?
Yeah.
That you wake up
like
with?
when they put me on the pillow, I remember it felt like I went like through it. Like, cause they're laying me down.
Yeah.
There's 2 providers there.
Yeah.
So like, this isn't like in the back of a van at Coachella. This is like it was in an Airbnb in Tijuana, Mexico. And you know, I've got like a nurse there and a provider there, as well. And so like, I'm just like literally like down. And when I wake up, tears are like rolling down my face. and it felt like I was gone for years, and it was 15 minutes. And they're like, okay, you want to go again?
What did you experience in that 15 minutes?
It just felt so that first phase was like, I just fell into eternity, and like I couldn't see anything, but I could feel everything. Like I knew where I was. It would be like I'd be in this room and I could know like all the stuff around me, and like I knew where I was, but like it just, I remember like in the corner there was like this fire, and I went back down again. The same thing happened, and this time they like they pinched my nose, and they're like, hold it, and they pinched my nose, and so like I was just like, burp, burp. Same thing again. I'm back down, and I'm like in this place where it's like, I don't know, I'm like with the eternal. I don't know how else to describe it. And I keep looking and I don't know what's happening. And like I get closer to this fire, and the closer I get to the fire, the more hot it is, but I can feel it like starting to like go out. And then like right when I'm like right on top of it, it's burning, and it's actually starting to burn me. I get pulled back out again. I'm like, send me back down. More tears are coming down my face. They said I was talking and I was saying things. Like you say all sorts of stuff, all sorts of things are happening. And the third time I get down there and I'm right back at the fire. Like I can't see it, but I know I'm sitting next to it. Like these senses aren't on, but everything else is. And I could feel the fire, and then I'm on top of it, and then I start to put it out. Like I start like pushing towards it, and I'm like smothering it. I'm trying to just control it, and the more I hold it down, the more it burns. And then like as it's burning, like I feel, you know, the deaths of different people in my life, things that have happened, and like basically trauma that I was trying to hold back from my family is what I can realize later is what it was. And so when I came up the third time, I look at Pumpkin, he gives me this big bowl of fruit because you have to replenish a bunch of stuff afterwards. And I'm just like eating it like that. I remember I didn't have any like finesse to me. I was eating it like this. And he was like, what did you see, little brother? And I was like, I saw this fire. And every time I got close to it, it was my job to put it out. I don't know why it was my job to put it out. I had to stay there until it was gone. And I was like, and I can see the smoke. I was like, there's still smoke. Do you see the smoke? And he goes, tell me what it looks like. I go over on the hill. There's smoke coming off that fire. And as soon as I said that, it went whoosh, and the smoke went away. And he goes, that's because you put the fire out. And I looked, and there was no smoke. And so the fire, at least to me, was this, you know, this kind of generational stuff that I was breaking with my family. Because I come from a long history of like addicts, you know, addiction. Honestly, looking back on it, I try to be more, not forgiving, but more understanding of a lot of it was really just mental health, addiction, and abuse, because no one really cares about poor white people. And that's where most of my family comes from. And so there's no way to get out of poverty. So you're like in this constant cycle of addiction and abuse and stuff. And so that was what I came out of it with. And like, I was 21 or 22. I can't remember.
How'd you feel afterwards?
Like the way I was supposed to feel before all the bad stuff happened. Like I'll tell you when I knew it took.
Like childish?
Not childish. Well, immature is kind of my mainstay.
No. I mean like the innocence.
Yeah, like they say it's the way you're supposed to feel before trauma happens. And I think that's true. It changed my ability to connect to my daughters, my wife.
It changed that ability? In a good way or bad way?
In a good way.
Oh, really? Good for you.
Yeah, like all the things that made me good at being a Marine in combat are the things that make me a bad husband and bad father. I dare to say probably the same applies to you, because like when you're doing the work and those things that you carry with you for a long time, you don't really have time to assess at the time. But like for me, I'll just say for me, like I had a bunch of shit that I was carrying around with me. And like, it's not that I was a bad father or a bad husband. I just wasn't as connected because I was so good at carrying that hurt that it kind of blocked my connection to them. And so like afterwards, when I came back, we're watching Moana, and I'm sitting there with my arms around both of them. I was just crying because I was like, this story's about a girl trying to prove to her dad she's going to be okay. Like that's the whole story.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, okay, I think I'm better.
So
does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. But I've had the ability to, and I know a lot of guys have the same ability to just flip the switch and come home and like be dad and maybe it's not that you don't love your kids, but the way I love my kids.
Yeah.
That's what it does for me. But,
it's
and I'm able to. I've always been able to connect with them on a very deep level. But I'm really am like interested in becoming a better person.
Yeah, I mean,
right. And so I've been working on that all the time, right? And I think this would be a good step in the right direction.
Yes, I mean, I don't mean to say that like it makes you bad or whatever. It's just like the best way to think about it is I was at an 8 and this put me at a 10.
Yeah.
Just because like
your bandwidth is gone.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it is all right. So like I had this realization not long ago. I was like, I've seen like a lot of death, right? You've seen a lot of death. And like when you realize that compared to like everyone else, like most people just go to like, they start going to funerals about this age when people are older and passing.
Yeah.
Like I've been to way too many funerals, and things like that. And so like, those are the things that like become normal. And so what I noticed is that like small things that are really important to people in my life weren't as important to me because I had a different scale because of the trauma I had. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so this kind of opened me up to understand, to be more empathic, to know that like their toughest day doesn't compare to mine. And that doesn't make mine more or less or theirs more or less. And like in general, it's made me more connected to them, more understanding of them, more patient. And it's just kind of changed my whole appreciation for life, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't want to oversell it or undersell it because like
I'm really looking forward to it.
It's going to change you. And like, here's what's crazy too. And I know people are like, whatever.
I'm just trying to do it before hunting season.
Yeah, you should. You're going to kill everything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just go back. My mind's so clear.
Yeah,
so
dude.
steady.
Locked in. No, well, so they did a study in, I think it was like Oxford or somewhere overseas, and DMT is such a fast acting drug that it's hard to like gather data.
Yeah.
So what they did is they put a bunch of people under IV sedation for like 60 minutes at a time, which is gnarly. 60 minutes here. I don't know how long it is there. That seems terrifying. Like 15 minutes felt like a lifetime each time to me. So, and they bring all these people in. None of them know each other. They have nothing in common, et cetera, et cetera. And they asked them to recreate the place they went to as best they can. And what they found out is they all went to the same place. They all described the same features.
Really?
Down to like the exact dimensions. Everyone. So when people say it's the God molecule, the belief is that it's released because like that is what allows you to access the eternal, right? So they're all going to the exact same place. Why is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
People don't really have shared experiences like that. Like, I know people say stuff like there was a thing, whatever, if you took too much of a certain cough medicine, you would see like the Slender Man or something like that. That was like an online thing.
Yeah.
But that was something that was put into like the world by like someone says it and another person says it. This is not that. This is something completely different. Like we were just to pluck random people.
Yeah.
All of them.
How often can you do it?
Well, I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
I know DMT's in ayahuasca, so a lot of people do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't. It's probably not that great to do it that often. But I say that, but a buddy of mine did it twice in a year.
Yeah.
Like he went down once. He wouldn't mind if I told his story. I'm not gonna name him, but he lost both his legs below the knee on our last tour. Went on to become an Olympic athlete, incredible guy. But like he went twice, and he was like, I needed to go twice, and I think it's just like only you know what you need. And like he was like, I was almost there the first time. He's like, he said something to the effect of like, I wish I'd fully committed the first time, but I needed to go the second time. Because it does feel like, am I making this up? You know what I mean? Like you're in the moment, you're like, this isn't real. And like, it kind of challenges a lot of stuff like that. But like, I don't know, it put everything in place for me to understand, you know, that the things that have happened to me happened for a reason. And for a long time, I felt like that was my fault. You know, from my childhood to like being in the military to all the different things that have happened after that. I was like, oh, I kind of deserve this, but I didn't deserve it. It was just, that's my path. Like the reason these things have happened to put me on the path that'll put me here, that'll put me in front of the Secretary of the VA, that'll have allowed me to, travel this country, to, be a part of something really cool, to help veterans every day, to try and be the person that wasn't there for them. But, without all of that stuff, I don't get all of this stuff. And I don't even know if I get, I don't even know if I get my kids, if it, you think about that, if it shifts 5 degrees.
Yeah.
Do I get everything I have now? And the only thing I really want is my girls and my wife. But what if something's different? I don't get that. That's, I know that I would never change any of it. And now I understand why, if that makes sense.
A little bit. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, I wish that,
Yeah.
Then
you're wishing away what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then there's no guarantee I get the rest of it.
Yep.
And I'm not willing to take that. Because, my daughters have been they'll say stuff and they're like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but if that happens, what if I don't get you? That's not worth it.
Yeah.
I'll do this a million times to make sure I get right here. And I don't know, it's so funny too, because when I did it, I think it was 21. Nobody talked about doing it. It was very hidden.
Yeah.
And I talked to a few people about it. A podcaster that lives in here about it. He did it a few months later. And it's just been interesting to see how it was so secretive to now it's mainstream. It's one of the things I'm going to talk to the secretary about.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm going to be like, hey man.
I know Morgan is doing a push for it.
Dude, he's such a cool bro.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's a great
leading
human being.
the charge on that.
Yep.
Weirdly, they're going to make psilocybin legal in Texas and get rid of THC. I don't understand it, but
THC is not legal in Texas. I do not believe.
No, they're making it illegal now. Have you seen all that stuff? They're rolling all the Delta 9 stuff and everything.
No, I didn't. I haven't seen any of that.
But they're psilocybin's coming forward. I don't know, but I know Morgan is doing incredible stuff.
Yeah. He's been pushing for that for a long time.
Him and Marcus, they both have been really big advocates. I saw Marcus testifying. I want to say it was about this time last year. So there is something there, and I kind of hate talking about it because it feels what upsets me?
What's that?
Is people will be like, well, it's just you're just getting high or doing mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
They'll say something dismissive towards that, but if I put it in Walgreens, they'll be like, it'll fix me. Because it comes from a pharmacist named Jeff, you take it more seriously. And I mean, you look through time. This is stuff people used to do a long, long time ago. Native American tribes used to do sweat lodges and all sorts of stuff after battle and after war. The war parties would come back. They'd be like, don't talk to the boys. They're a little crazy. They got to go over there and then they'll be fine. It's part of the journey. And so it's all I have to say is there's stuff that we have available to us. We should just be throwing the whole kitchen sink at it. And that's, because what helps me might help you, might not. What helps you, might vice versa.
You said these medicines have been around for a long time, and the place that I'm looking at going, it's in Mexico, and I forget where. I want to say Puerto Vallarta, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And this particular family that host, they've been doing medicine for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And they grow the mushrooms up on the hill, and as part of the ceremony, someone from that family, I guess, goes up and finds the mushrooms for you.
That's awesome.
And then brings them back. And so the family's been doing it forever. Right.
That's that's what I'm saying. There's something to that.
Yeah.
Again, not everything, you can't rub dirt, on your eyes and it'll, fix blindness. But there is, where do you think medicines come from? They all come from that stuff. And we should just be trying everything.
I agree.
Everything. Because
they'll put magnets on your brain.
They put magnets on your brain.
So what's wrong with eating some mushrooms?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
One of the greatest albums of all time was written on mushrooms and sweet tea. Do you know that?
Pink Floyd?
No, Leonard Skinner's album. They talked about in their documentary.
Oh.
They would take mushrooms, drop it in sweet tea in a pitcher, and they would go in this little red shack. They would fish all day and then record all night.
I watched some of that one.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? They're yeah, man.
I thought that was ZZ Top.
No.
Was Leonard Skinner?
Dude, Billy Gibbons is awesome, though. I've hung out with him a few times.
I've heard you talk about that.
He's cool. It's been an incredible few years, and I'm super grateful for it. And every moment I have, is crazier than the next.
So where can people find you, and what do you have coming up?
Okay, where can people find me? Veteran with a Sign on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. There's the After Action podcast there. Just go to veteranwithasign.com. Or you can also check out the Underwhelming podcast. It's on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify as well.
Cool.
And what's next? I might be going to UFC this weekend.
Oh, all right.
I don't know.
Vegas?
No, the one here.
Oh.
They're doing one here this weekend.
I'm leaving this weekend. So
going to Spain?
South Dakota.
Excuse me. Sorry.
The Sunshine State.
Work trip, I see. No, just there's I'm trying to slow down my schedule this year on travel, but the biggest thing that's coming up is the VA thing, and then I don't really know what else after that. But it's always good to see you.
Likewise. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. And good luck in all your ventures moving forward.
Thank you, you too.
Check them out, my man.
Do it.